Today, attorney David Greene from Greene Phillips is here to discuss common misconceptions about filing a lawsuit and why you may want to hire a personal injury attorney for your situation. David, good morning. Glad to have you.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, so some people may think, I'm not the suing type, but where do you guys come into play for that?
Well, it's important to understand that every case or every time you hire a lawyer, you're not going to court and you're not filing a lawsuit. And so many people say, I'm not the suing type. You know, if you look at it, I'm a business guy too. I'm probably not the suing type either. But the most important thing is to understand you need to have someone that's going to look at your case, look at your claim, and put it together and understand the rules. A few minutes ago, we were talking about another matter like this. And what happens is it makes you think about having the expertise on your side to build your case or your claim to say the right things to the insurance adjuster that's going to maximize the value. So a lot of what we do is putting together claims, putting together cases in the format that they're looking for. So it goes in their system and then we can negotiate. And so it happens so many times that people just get a simple, $250 offer for their wreck when the case might be worth $25,000. And so they really need to talk to a local lawyer like the lawyers at Greene Phillips that can put it into perspective, put it into the right language, if you will, so the insurance company will understand what the case is about. All
right, so some good advice there. And also, what are some advantages of hiring a lawyer like you guys to deal with insurance companies rather than trying to handle it yourself?
Well, I think it's the expertise. I've been doing it 25 years. It's hard to believe that, but we've got a lot of lawyers that work in our office. We have a lot of case managers that are basic. A lot of those are former claims handlers for insurance companies, so they understand the rules. You understand the rules, you know the value, and then basically if the value is not there, they can explain it to you and make a decision as to whether or not you should file suit. But one of the big things about a case these days is what's called subrogation. It's paying back your medical bills that your health insurance has paid on behalf of you because you were hurt. And a lot of people think, well, I bought health insurance or have it through my job. They should pay for my bills. But the interesting thing is they have a right to come back and ask you for that money. So you want to make sure that's all handled. You don't want to lose your health insurance. You want to make sure everybody's paid. But that's something a lawyer can do. So really the expertise is very important, and I think that makes a huge difference.
Sure. Now, off the top of your head, what % of cases would you say actually go to court?
Oh gosh, these days it's changed.
Yeah.
They had a couple of companies out there that caused us to try a lot more cases of late, the last 2 or 3 years. About 5% of cases go to trial. Really, and that's pretty small. I mean, we handle thousands of cases all over the country, mostly in the Southeast, but the number of cases that we see about 5% of those actually go to trial. Perhaps some years a little more, some a little less, but that's a stunning number of cases that just simply don't get filed.
Yeah.
You put the case together, you talk to the adjuster. Most insurance companies do a great job on both sides of evaluating the case, putting it together, coming to an agreement, and then settling it.
And that's my next question. What does it mean to actually settle a case?
That's a great point. We talk about that like it's such a, well, it's so easy. And but what happens is when an accident occurs, somebody rear ends you or T-bones you, their insurance company is going to owe you money for the damages. The individual never has to pay, very rarely has to pay, and that bothers a lot of people, but the insurance company that's insuring that vehicle has to pay for your damages. So settling the case is dealing with that insurance company, speaking their language, putting it in a format that they understand it, and then building the case and then resolving it so then you get paid. So getting paid for your injuries is settling the case.
I feel like I'm prepared for the bar now. You just taught us so much today, David. So if someone's watching and they need more information, maybe they're trying to contact you about a certain case, how can they do that?
It's very simple. You can call us at 251-300-2000 here in Mobile, 51 North Florida Street, 4th Avenue North of the Forbes Building in downtown Birmingham, or go to greenphillips.com.
All right, David, it's always good to have you. We're going to have more information about Greene Phillips on our website, fox10tv.com.